Good evening, I should say, not afternoon. Good evening, football fans and listeners. You're alive. Third down with Morgan Holder. I am the most amazing one. I am Morgan.
That's a crap.
No,
And
it's
I am
not
the
true.
invincible, vicious holder.
Invincible. Uh, You know what, Holder?
Invincible and vicious. Man, read between the lines, buddy.
Well, I wouldn't say, because I beat you last week pretty bad, by the way. I don't think you won a game last week
You
against.
beat me pretty bad.
I won
Because
all
we picked
three. I
a
won.
lot of the same team.
I won the three picks that we did. I won all three of them.
3.
I swept you.
That's a lot. Yeah, that's a
I
lot.
swept you.
How did you sweep me if I won the week before?
It doesn't matter. I swept you this week. Doesn't matter. I
That's
win.
not a sweep. You just won the pick. That's not
I
a sweep. A sweep is
Nope.
3 in a row,
I,
4 in a
it
row,
doesn't.
however
It doesn't
many you
matter.
do.
It doesn't matter. I beat you 3 games.
Do you even know what you're talking
I
about? You
do.
got that flash in there again.
I got a big old cup this time. Big old cup. You want a swig?
Uh, no, man, I wouldn't drink after those lips. I know what you do for fun.
You got jokes. All right. So, Holder, I'm gonna go ahead and give out my shout outs because my shout outs is the best. Best comes first. If you ain't first, you're last. I'm always first, right? So we'll go ahead and get my shout outs, buddy. Give my shout outs to around the NFL, one of the best football news besides Third Down with Morgan Holder, because we're the best. First take with the greatest sports analyst and Stephen A. Smith. He made me be who I am today about sports. And Good Morning Football, the best morning football show out there.
Stephen A. Smith dropped down a notch when he brought that horse onto his show.
I still like him. I don't care what you say, Holder. You could badmouth him all you
And
want. He's the best.
Stephen A. is under scrutiny right now. He's being
He
scrutinized
he is
for a lot
he's
of
the greatest
beats
analyst.
that he has with a lot of athletes.
It doesn't look. I will have beef too. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Look,
You already know.
my shows do not have that kind of drama. My shows are sports love shows, okay?
That's because they're
My
fake.
guys interview players and they listen to the players. They don't criticize the players. They listen to the players.
They need
Come
to be
on, man.
criticized. They need to be criticized. I criticize them too. Go ahead with your boring picks,
Anyway,
Holder. Go ahead with your boring picks. Go ahead.
the number one show, of course, is Pivot for all you people out there that watch the Pivot. Good for you and good for me. Of course, Super Bowl winning safety, what's his name? Ryan Clark.
No one cares about
Ryan
him.
Clark. And of course, I give my shout out to Pat McAfee. He's just doing so many things. Joy Taylor and Acho on Speak for Yourself and Get Up. My boy Greeny. Don't say it, Morgan. Don't even say it.
I will think about it.
Don't even bring up his name. Don't just leave it as is.
Okay. Just for you, for the hell of it, Holder, I'm gonna say it. Because you told me not to say it. I'm gonna say it anyways.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
I'm not gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. I'm not gonna do it.
Don't mention the name. Don't mention the name. Don't
this
even.
show, I'm not taking shots at you about today at this show. At this show tonight, I'm not gonna take shots at you, but I will eventually down the road take shots at you.
I'm taking shots at you the whole time.
Okay, well in that case, Darren Lasky.
Didn't I tell you not to say it?
I did anyways.
I told you not to say it.
Well, I don't know. You like that show? He sucks. Sucks big balls.
He's not the host of the show.
Doesn't matter. He's on there.
Greeny. He's on all of them. What are you talking about?
You know why? Because that's the only job he can do right. He can't run out about run an end zone with that one.
Yeah, you got that right.
Holder,
You definitely got that right. What?
I'm
Come on.
gonna ask you what game set a par did you believe was the must watch game of the week?
The must watch or the most watch?
The must watch. What game did you plan out was going to be the most watched game before the week started?
Steelers Rams. What else?
Oh God, of course you would say that stupid game. Anyways,
if you look at our show logo, what else would I say? The Browns and Niners?
I was hoping to say the Vikings beating the 49ers, but because you didn't say that.
Next week.
No, we beat the 49ers.
That's for this weekend.
No, we beat the 49ers Monday.
No, you beat them Thursday.
No, we beat them Monday. Monday, October 23rd is when we played the 49ers.
Why would that be the most watched game? Of course it's going to be, it's a Monday night. It's the only
I was ready for it. It doesn't matter. I was ready for it. So hear me when I tell you that, because like I was watching the Browns Colts game, and I know you probably wasn't, which is cool, but I don't. Where do I start with this? The Browns suck. They suck. They barely beat the Colts. Yes, I know win's a win, but that defense. I was watching the game. The Browns defense was supposed to be number one. Blah blah blah. But yet you let a second string quarterback run through the defense. Like he burnt the defense up.
I think they gave up, what was it, 30-something points? 38?
38, yeah. Yeah, and if you watch that game, Holder, there was some misleading penalties at the end that made the Browns win. I don't think there was a whole bunch of penalties that they called. Especially pass interference. That ball was not catchable. That was way behind the end zone, and they still called pass interference. That penalty was baloney. It was baloney.
Yeah, you're right. I didn't watch that. There was a lot of stuff on the NFL sports shows about that call that shouldn't have been called.
There was a couple of them, but that one blew my mind. I was happy that the Browns won because I had them winning, but that call was bullcrap. Those refs, I don't know if they need to take training or maybe they need glasses. I don't know, but those refs cannot ever call a football game ever again. They need to do some hard therapy or something because that reffing was terrible. I think.
Well, I mean,
I think Stevie Wonder could have done better reffing than them guys.
Morgan.
What?
Morgan. Come on. You know there's always going to be some officiating drama. Now, wait till the playoffs come. You think it's bad now?
I already know, but for them to do that, even at Lucas Oil Stadium, for them to call bad calls against the home team, I can't say I can't say the game was thrown. I can't say that, but that ref needs some glasses because again, Stevie Wonder, he's blind and all. He knows damn well that was no flag.
Well, you know what? Get used to it.
Oh man!
If you watch football, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Somebody's going to get robbed of a game, and it could be a big game. It could be a big game.
That game wasn't big.
These games now affect the playoffs.
Oh, right? Definitely.
You start losing.
That game wasn't a big game, but it could have cost a team not make the playoffs if that was a big. You know what I mean? Like if it came down to the wire, if one of those teams needed to win to make the playoffs, that would have been it. That I would have been heated.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no doubt.
The next game was mind blowing because I can't believe they got beat by this much. What the hell happened to the Lions for them to disintegrate like they did against the Ravens? Like they made Lamar Jackson look like he was the greatest quarterback on earth the way he threw the ball.
Oh my God! And mind you, all the NFL analysts have him now the number one quarterback in the NFL.
No.
Yeah.
Well, I know I give Lamar Jackson all the hype up, right? I say but to me he's an average quarterback, right? He's an average quarterback. because of his accuracy. But the Lions defense broke down so bad that made Lamar Jackson look like he's the greatest quarterback out there, and he's not. We know he's not. He ran, but his accuracy was on point. And
yeah, I think they say Lamar was undefeated against NFC teams.
They did, yes, he is. Which I mean, I know NFC doesn't see a lot of the AFC teams a lot, but it's mind blowing because the Lions was about to be 6-1, first time since TV was black and white then, before you was even thought of probably, but Lamar Jackson went 21 for 27, 357 yards, 3 touchdowns, no sacks. No sacks.
Why is it every show you have to bring my age up? What is it?
I said before you thought of, Holder. Before you thought of.
That's still. You said even before you were thought. Like, okay. Anyway, go ahead on with your crazy analysis.
I'm just saying, they made Lamar Jackson look
like. You can't blame the referee for that.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm blaming the Lions defense. And they didn't run.
What about the Lions offense?
Well, that's what I was getting ready to. That the running backs only got 84 yards. 84 out of 14 carries. It's not good. That team fell apart.
That was I think that was the game of the week. And it's the NFL, man. Come on.
I know it's the NFL, but even me and you was like, even thought, the Lions would win. I didn't think they would get spanked. I didn't think that them birds would go in there and beat the King of the Jungle up like that. I thought the Lions were supposed to be King of the Jungle.
Let me ask you this, Mr. Safari man. Do you think the story would have been different had they played in the Dome in Detroit?
No, absolutely not. No.
Same result?
I think what happened here, and I could be wrong, but I think what happened here, I think the Lions went in there with a mindset of winning and trying to make history, other than going in there and wanting to win to make history. They need that mindset of one day at a time instead of taking it a step farther and going, we're going to win this game. It's going to happen, and going in there and getting blown out like that they did. I don't know. It's mind blowing. That game, I was peed off with that game.
Well, they couldn't stop the run. They obviously couldn't stop the pass.
And I figured they was going to put a spy on Lamar Jackson. They didn't even do that. They didn't hardly. It looked like they didn't really rush either at times.
Well, it's kind of hard for a practice squad to mimic Lamar Jackson.
That's true.
And
you're right.
Looking at Lamar Jackson on tape and versus being on the field with him, there's no comparison.
You're right.
So, I mean, I get it. They don't face Lamar Jackson very often, if at all. So, yeah, it was a shocker to me too. I thought for sure Detroit was going to walk away with that one, but
me too.
That's why they play the game.
Another game. I'm just going to sit down real quick. I'm going to talk about this game real quick because, like, the Bears, right? The Bears won 30-12, and they did it without Justin Fields. Justin Fields was blaming the coaching. I don't think it's the coaching. I think it's Justin Fields. For a quarterback to go in there and hammer the Las Vegas Raiders at that, like they did, even though I know Jimmy G didn't play, I get that. But for them to go in there and just destroy that team, it's beyond me. It's beyond me. They stopped Josh Jacobs. He only got 35 yards, Devontae Adams only had 57 at a 12 targets out of 7 catches. But to me, it's the quarterback that the Bears had. Like, do you know who this guy? I didn't know who he was. What?
More. Let's not get too crazy, okay? Let's see what happens the next game. Is Fields playing the next game, or is he still going to be out?
I want to say he's gonna be in there, but I'm just it's like
This guy wins the next game, okay. But he did look pretty good.
He did, and I don't know if it's because he wanted to get in there and try to take the team. I don't know because you know how you're coming in out second string. You want this to be your team, right? Like you want to outshine the starter. Maybe it's what you want to do. Maybe you want to outshine Justin Fields because this will be his chance. I don't know.
No, man, you just go in there and do your job, and he did his job. So regardless, I mean, when you look at Purdy went in when he got his opportunity, and he did his job. So some quarterbacks get lucky like that, and maybe this is an eye opener for the Bears.
But the Bears need to spend money.
If Justin Fields plays next week or this upcoming weekend, then lose. What is that? They may think about this other guy.
That's true. I mean, the Bears needs a good line, anyways. But all from the Bears because again, it was just one game. Like you said, we'll see how this goes. Off to this big game that Pittsburgh beating the Rams. That I didn't think they was going to win like they did. I thought it was going to be a closer game than what it was. I know.
I told you the score was going to be 24-17.
You didn't tell me that. I don't remember that.
I told you that. We were doing a score. You was like, give me a score.
Oh, yeah. You did. Yeah, you did. I remember now.
You don't listen to me first and foremost.
It's about the Steelers, man. It's about the Steelers. No one cares about this. No one cares about them.
Yeah, and they're what, 4-2?
They are
undefeated in the division.
So is the Vikings.
The Vikings are not 4-2, my friend.
No, but they're undefeated in the division.
The Vikings are done.
No,
that's it. That's the only game they're going to win.
No,
they do have the Bears, right?
No, look, we're not talking about the Vikings right now. Okay, what set apart the difference between Pittsburgh this year and last year?
There's no difference. It's the same.
I don't know. Y'all started off pretty good. Y'all started off pretty good this year. Last year, y'all was kind of rocky.
And come back to win in the second half. It's the same as the last season.
I think
Pickett losing.
I think Pickett's doing better. I think Pickett's doing better this year. I could be wrong, but I think he's doing better.
Kenny Pickett is doing the same stuff he did last season.
He's not making a lot of bonehead decisions like you would as a rookie, right? Like he
didn't have any bonehead decisions. He threw a couple of picks.
That's a bonehead decision.
Tipped off the receiver's hand, Claypool, which is now. Where is he? In
Miami?
Baltimore?
Something like
Miami.
That. One of those sorry-ass teams.
He's in Baltimore or Miami. He's in Miami. And I think Miami is his last chance. But anyway. They're still mad Canada. There's a breeze blowing through called Leftwich.
That's what I was going to ask you. Do you believe that's going to happen? Can you see that happening?
I wish that would happen. Now there's rumor, but I hope that rumor comes to fruition and becomes true because if it comes to fruition, then woo, here we come.
I think
you know what kind of quarterback Byron Leftwich was.
He was by far the one of the best quarterbacks coming up for a little bit. Like I think he set apart the rest.
Byron Leftwich threw the deep ball most of the time.
But his accuracy was like on
aggressive.
Point. He
wasn't a running quarterback. He was.
Well, so I'm saying he made a lot of good decisions. His accuracy was on point. I don't think he threw a lot of interceptions. And he was by far one of the best.
He'll bring something to the table if they do this
Do you see a lot of
mid-season or whatever. I don't see him joining mid-season, and they'll probably wait till after the season is over because Pittsburgh doesn't fire anybody mid-season.
right?
Not in the blood. So what was your problem with them winning? You thought it would be a lot closer. It was close. It was
24.
9-6 at the half.
I mean, the final score was 24-17. I thought for sure that was going to win by 3.
No, see that's your. I think 24-17 is close too because it's only a 1-score game, right? All I had to do was score another touchdown. It would have been 24-all. So come on, man. Let's just get off the Pittsburgh bandwagon. I know you want to be.
Come on, I do not.
I'll get up the gumption and get you a jersey. And
No, please don't. I will set the bitch on fire.
Look, you guys need Zimmer back.
No, we do not need him back. No, we don't. And look, speaking of the Vikings, I told you me going against them was probably gonna be the best decision, and guess what? It was because they won. They won, and I'm surprised that they won. I figured the 49ers were going to go in there and blow the Minnesota Vikings out. I thought for sure they was going to blow them out. I didn't think that Jordan Addison was going to have the game that he had.
Well, they didn't have Deebo Samuel, but that's an excuse. So
It ain't no excuse because here's the thing. Brock Purdy still did pretty good. 21 out of 30.
The NFL analysts are taking him out of the MVP vote.
No,
saying he's not MVP caliber.
He had 2 bad
he
games.
lost 2 straight.
It isn't. So what? Tom Brady lost 3 straight.
I
before.
agree. I agree, but that's what I'm saying. That's what I hate about a lot of these NFL talk shows, where they say, "Oh, well, he's not the quarterback we thought he was."
He still did. He still did good.
Soon.
He still did good.
And now he's starting to show his true color. It's like, really?
He still did good. 21 out of 30, 272 yards, 1 touchdown. I mean, great. He did throw two INTs. But look, people have had bad games, right?
Not just two back.
That's true. But again, people have bad games. No one's perfect.
Like the Lions.
Yeah, exactly. Like Lions. I mean, yes, the Vikings did stop the running game. The defense did, because you can't put it on Purdy, right? Christian McCaffrey, 15 carries,
well, I don't know.
45 yards.
You know,
he only averaged 3 yards a carry, so you can't put that on Brock. What about Christian McCaffrey? I mean, McCaffrey only averaged 3 yards a carry.
Let me ask you this: did the 72 Dolphins have a bad game? Probably not.
Probably not. Probably because they went undefeated.
They went undefeated. Right? They went undefeated. Now, along those lines of shocking losses, what about the Bills?
Bills, yeah.
The Patriots, to Mac Jones. Did we not talk about Mac Jones last week?
We did. What about? Okay.
While you were slamming him, I was giving him life.
His life is done with me. What about? Okay, so what about the year that Randy Moss went to the Patriots and they lost against the Giants in the Super Bowl, and Patriots was undefeated at the time? I want to say the Giants was like the number 7th seed or 6th seed, and they still.
So what are you saying? Didn't the Patriots have a bad game?
They did. They had that one bad game against the Giants.
Well, it was a bad game. I'm just saying the 72 Dolphins didn't have a bad game that season.
I get it, but again,
get it. You're bringing up the Patriots, the Cheatriots, and they probably cheated to get that far without a loss. Are you kidding me?
I mean, you're probably right. We don't know. We would never find out. But I'm just saying you can't put blame on Brock, right? It has to be the whole team. Chris McCaffrey got shut down. And then you look at the defense. The defense allowed Kirk Cousins.
Kittle had a good game.
But here's the
Kittle
thing.
had a good game.
You allowed Kirk Cousins, the guy who threw a short pass in the playoffs last year and caused the Vikings to lose, go for 35-45, 378 yards, 2 touchdowns. Right? Not to mention, you let a rookie go 60 yards long for a touchdown, 10 targets, 123 yards, and he averaged 17 yards. So you can't put that on Brock.
What can you do?
You can't put it on Brock.
What can you do?
You can't put it on Brock.
It happens.
I'm just saying, those sports analysts needs to reevaluate because you cannot put that on Brock Purdy. You can't do it.
No, you know that. I know that. These guys are the professionals.
They ain't professionals with
most
nothing.
Most of them played the game.
And most of them suck.
They would know more than we would. But you and our spectators, just like our listeners out there, and we can call games from our living room. We can say, why would you run that stupid play instead of running this play?
But most of
right?
most of the analysts, like Dan Orlovsky, sucks. So
fourth down calls, right? Why would you throw the pass under the line to gain?
I'm not gonna lie.
You need X amount of yards.
What they should have done.
The first down is fourth down.
If I was a coach on fourth down, if I was going to throw a pass, I would do a screen pass.
You know, the screen pass I think the screen play would be perfect on second down because depending on what you get on first down, right, you could get a big gain of 7, you could get a gain of 9, you can get a gain of 6, and a screen pass on second down will get you another first down.
See,
right?
It depends on what down, right? So if you say second and short, second and 1, I would say a fullback dive. Like, everybody's taking a fullback out of the game.
Second down. Screenplay is perfect on second down.
I know. I'm just.
You know what's not perfect on first down? A run play. Because everybody
knows what they're going for, right?
Perfect play on first down is a play action.
I'm just.
Everybody's thinking run.
I'm just saying, if I was a coach, it was second and short, second and 1, I'm going with the fullback dive on second and 1. But yeah,
not everybody has a fullback.
I know, but they need to bring him back. But yeah, you're right. Yeah, go with the little screen pass on second down first. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what these coaches.
I mean, if you got a guy like Swift or Etienne, or you know, if you got those speedy guys,
or even Christian McCaffrey because he's quick.
I mean, that's the perfect play to run. But anyway, we digress. What was the next shocking game? Since you don't want to dive into the Buffalo Law. I mean, because your boy,
I'm not trying to talk about the Buffalo Laws because I don't like either team. I hate both teams. Diggs is a cancerous.
You don't like Josh Allen?
No. Diggs is a cancerous. Mac Jones is a crybaby, and Bill Belichick sucks dick. So I don't like either one.
Oh my God. Okay. Hopefully no females are listening. I apologize for
I'm not apologizing for shit tonight. And Robert Kraft. Robert Kraft is a sex trafficker. So you know, Robert. Yeah, he traffics sex. You know, ladies for sex. That's what he does. He traffics them.
He's trafficking women, girls.
Yes, you didn't know that he got in trouble for that. Yes, Robert Kraft is a sex predator like fucking Deshaun Watson.
Hey, Deshaun had a legitimate reason not to play.
Deshaun Watson had no legitimate reason not to play. Besides, my hand hurts because I had, you know what? Onto the picks, Holder. Onto the picks. I can go on about Watson all day, and I'm not going to do that because I'm going to get myself in trouble. You know what? Watson's a faker. He's a crybaby. He was too busy trying to wax at Johnson at halftime, and he got hurt. That's what happened.
You know what? Yeah, let's move on to the picks, man. Because there's obviously no other game that stopped you
In-game talk you?
Well, I just brought up Buffalo loss. I mean, there's other games that weren't as shocking, that were close. But have you heard, before we move on, have you heard the latest trade rumors? Even though you said Cousins is going to stay, but they're talking about trading Cousins to another team to salvage their season. Who was that?
The Jets.
It was either no, it wasn't the Jets. It was. Oh my goodness! It may have been. I don't think it was New Orleans. I'm trying to. Oh my God! I am getting old. I'm getting old. You said Cousins is staying. You said he's going to finish the season now.
I think he will.
But he's staying that to throw you off.
I think he's going to stay. But next week's the deadline, so we'll find out. Next Tuesday is the deadline.
All his weapons are gone. Why keep him there?
Why not? I mean, he's young. You ain't got much out of him. He's old. He sucks. He looks stupid.
He sucks in the postseason.
That's true. That's where it counts. There's one game that did take me by surprise is the Dolphins Eagles. I didn't think the Dolphins was going to lose like they did against the Eagles. I didn't think I had the Eagles winning, but I didn't think the Eagles was a better team. When I made that pick, I was like, man, I want to change that pick, but I'm glad I didn't because I really thought the Miami Dolphins had a better offense. The defense was a little bit better, but they came. I don't know what happened in that game. They play like little schoolgirls.
Morgan, I'm going to go out on a limb, and I know this is going to chap your underneath, okay? But I'm just going to go out on a limb and say that A.J. Brown is the best receiver in the league.
I can't argue with you. I can't argue with you with that. I want to say no because I love JJ. I love Jamar Chase. But yes, I have to agree with you. A.J. Brown is the best. And I believe if it wasn't for him, Jalen Hurts wouldn't be as good as he is.
Look what's happened to Tennessee since he left.
They fell down.
Yeah. They're done. They're done.
And I told you from the get-go, Tennessee, after he left, I told you Tennessee was one-dimensional. All they do is run. And it shows you how good A.J. Brown meant to Tennessee and how important he was to that team because look what he's doing for Philadelphia.
Trade rumors. Have you heard the latest Dallas trade rumor?
I know Derrick Henry might be on his way out.
Derrick Henry.
I heard that.
Oh boy.
And I think it is time for Tennessee to rebuild. I think Henry should be gone. I think Tannehill should be gone. I think the coaching staff should be gone. I think Tennessee needs to rebuild. They need to go ahead, turn it over the reins, maybe give it to Levis or go ahead and give it.
The same thing about the Raiders. And burn the Raiders down to the ground and start fresh.
But if you do that, because I like Josh Jacobs. If you do that, let Josh Jacobs go to a good team. Let him go to a contender at least.
Yeah, I mean,
and he's only been with the Raiders
for 3
years.
They already gave him a deal, so they're not going to let him go anywhere.
I know, and they gave Devontae Adams a deal, and I heard trade rumors about him going. I don't know where he's going to end up, but I heard trade rumors about him leaving.
Let's get on to these picks because this is my week. I think we only have 2 games different.
We do. We got 2 games different. Yes. Tomorrow night, man, it's Tampa Bay and Buffalo. We both got Buffalo. I hope Buffalo blows Tampa Bay out. I don't like Baker Mayfield. I believe Josh Allen's way better. I believe the defense of the Buffalo Bills is way better than Tampa Bay's. I believe Buffalo has the better coaching than Tampa Bay. But I guess we'll find out tomorrow night.
They don't have any receivers either.
That's true. What? Hold on. Tampa Bay does. They got Mike Evans. Hold on.
Who is that?
Really?
Who is that? I mean,
you are fudging with me right now. You know who Mike Evans is.
he is about as bad as Baker Mayfield. Come on.
Don't ever say that. Don't ever. No. Mike Evans is a top receiver in the league still. He's the only one that's been in the league for 10 years that has 1,000 yards receiving in each year he's played.
So you picked against Mike Evans?
I did. Because I like Josh Allen.
Makes no sense.
Josh Allen's better than Baker Mayfield, and the Bills' defense is better than Bay's defense.
Makes no sense to me, but okay.
I wish Minnesota would trade Kirk Cousins to Tampa Bay to get Mike Evans. I would do anything to get Mike Evans in Minnesota.
Well, I mean,
besides give up JJ, but I will do almost anything to get Mike Evans.
So you would bring Mike Evans to Minnesota without a quarterback?
Absolutely.
What good is he?
You have three good receivers. All you need is an average quarterback. Long as it's not Dan Orlovsky, but you can get an average quarterback to win some games. I'm just saying.
Dan Orlovsky is done, man. He's got gray hair.
I'm just saying.
He was done when he was playing, and he's done now. So,
I'm just saying.
I know you were trying to be funny, but come on.
I'm just saying. You could put Mason Rudolph in Minnesota and have three good receivers, and he's going to look like he's the greatest quarterback out there.
I mean, I hate to bring up history, but did you know the 94 Minnesota Vikings was 6-0 and then wound up losing 6 of their last 7 games?
Absolutely.
And they had Randy Moss and all those guys. You remember that?
Randy Moss didn't come until 96. Or 98. I'm sorry. Randy Moss came in 98, not 94.
Oh, I'm sorry. They had Reed and CC, Chris Carter.
Yes. Yeah.
But that was a good team.
Because I think I want to believe, and I can't remember, but I want to say Warren Moon. That was Warren Moon's year with Minnesota. I think it was his last year, maybe in '94. Can't remember. I was like 4 years old, but I want to say that's.
I think Mike Tomlin was there too.
Because
I think he was the defensive back coach.
I believe you're right. But yeah, that was supposed to be.
I could be wrong, but I know he was in Minnesota at one time.
And now look, he's like the greatest coach out there. That's what happens.
He's the only coach with a no losing season.
That is true. That's what I'm saying. He's a great. Next game, we both got the Rams over Dallas.
Why is that? I
picked the Rams because I think the Rams defense is going to give Prescott a hell. It's going to give him hell. I think he's going to be under a lot of pressure. He's not going to get the ball. He's not going to get the ball off in time. He's going to throw interceptions. He's going to make mistakes, and he's going to smile about it. I believe Donald's going to put a lot of pressure on that guy. And I don't.
Those Rams receivers, man. I don't think Dallas can.
And that's what I'm going to say. Yeah,
receivers.
Because you got Tutu, you got Cooper Kupp back, you got that rookie Nikora, whatever his name is. You got him. Like those 3 guys are going to be really good, and they're going to be unstoppable. And you got Matthew Stafford, who's playing like the old Matt we know, right? So, yeah, the Cowboys ain't going to be ready for them. I'm sorry, Cowboys fans. I know I got family that's Cowboy fans. I got some friends that's Cowboy fans, but Cowboys is not going to beat the Rams.
I'm going to put you on the spot, Morgan. And I'm surprised you're apologizing, Cowboys fans. Give me a score for that game.
I'm going to say 28-3.
Whoa. That's a blowout.
Exactly. It's because of Prescott. 28-3.
That's a blowout.
28-3. I don't care.
20-3.
28-3. 2-8-3.
Oh, I'll go 24-14.
No. You might be right, but no. Next game, and I can't believe that.
You apologize for Dallas fans, and you do a 20-3 score?
28-3. 2-8-3.
28-3.
I said I was sorry. Shoot.
No, you said you were sorry before about them not beating
That's sorry.
Rams. Then you
That's sorry for both.
you do a score of 28-3.
That's sorry for both of them.
Doesn't sound like you're sorry at all.
I'm not sorry at all, but I'm just saying. Next game is I had to do it because it's my team, and I deep down inside I know they can beat the snot out of Green Bay Packers. I have the Vikings over Green Bay.
I thought you said they win when you don't pick them.
Hold on, look. If I don't pick my team, I'm gonna look like a quitter. Okay, but I have to go with my team. I'm sorry.
Did you pick your team last week?
Negative, I did not.
Quitter.
Shut up.
Why?
When
have you? As long as we've been doing picks, when have I ever picked against the Bird, man? 0.
You know what?
Shame on you, Morgan.
I'm just saying.
And you got the nerve to have a Minnesota Vikings on our logo.
Hey, look, they won. They won. And I said.
I know you were trying to win the pick.
I said, and I repeat, if I don't pick my team, we'll watch them win. And what happened? They won. They won.
So why not do that again? Roll the dice this one.
Because I know Green Bay sucks. They suck.
So Jordan Love is not ready.
No. Negative.
So you're saying he's playing like a rookie.
He's playing like he should not belong in the NFL is what I'm saying.
So Stroud and Richardson are better than Love?
Absolutely.
Ouch. You're not apologizing to Green Bay fans, I think.
Fuck the Packer fans. And I'm not sorry.
Packer fans, I apologize for Morgan.
I mean, they're fucking cheeseheads.
I'm not a Packers fan.
Why would I apologize to cheeseheads?
But
why would I apologize to cheeseheads?
They're a young team.
Okay, and they suck. They suck. They suck big balls. They suck.
Didn't they beat Denver? Oh, no, they lost.
They lost against them fucking... Yes, they lost against Denver. They lost against Russell Wilson and Sierra. They lost against them.
What's the next game, man?
This is the one... This is my upset. This is one of my upsets. I got Atlanta upset in Tennessee.
You know, I thought long and hard on that game, but I just couldn't muster it up.
And the reason why I got Atlanta, man, is because Robinson's a beast. I know he didn't play last week because he was sick. But when he plays, I think the Falcons are on fire. I think they're unstoppable. No team can stop them. And then with Drake Landon, I think if he gets the ball in his hands, he can make good plays.
I couldn't muster it up. You know, even though Tennessee really doesn't have a quarterback, Tannehill's not playing. But, yeah, I think Atlanta's got more talent. You know me. Talent versus stats. But it's something about Tennessee. They're like a roller coaster. They're up and they're down. And 1 week they play good, another week they're terrible.
And to me, it could be a couple things. Is it quarterback? Is it coaching? Is it play calling? I believe it's all in between. I believe it's coaching. I'm not going to say play calling. I believe it's coaching, and I believe it's the quarterback. I believe the coaching is giving way too much faith in Desmond and let him run the rings instead of like pull him to the side like, hey, we got to win games. If not, you got to come out. Like we got to put somebody in there who wants to win, right?
Yeah, you're right. Unfortunately.
Next game is them Saints and them horses. I got the Colts, of course. You got the Colts, of course. I don't think the Saints have what it takes to beat the Colts. And I'm not saying the Colts are good. I'm saying they're average. But the Colts defense is way better than the Saints defense on paper.
Yeah, I went with the Colts because, again, Carr is not impressive. I don't even know if he's playing this week. I don't really like Carr, and Minshew has been showing out.
Yeah, yeah.
Minshew has been showing that.
That's because I believe he wants to take the Colts over. I believe he knows in his heart that Richardson isn't. Of course, he's not coming back this year, but I believe in his heart he's like, you know what, Richardson's time is up. He needs to go somewhere else because this is my team. I've been a second string quarterback since I've been in NFL. I know I'm better than half these starters. This is my team. I'm gonna take it and run, and that's what I think is what he's doing.
I think he's probably writing his resume for next season. Maybe a team pick him up. That's Richardson's team. Richardson's not going anywhere. So he might be doing his resume this season.
And to be honest, there's a couple teams. There's a couple teams I've seen Minshew going to. Tennessee's one of them. I believe Tennessee can use him next year. Even the Rams, because you don't know what's going to happen with Matthew Stafford. He's going to retire. He's going to play. I believe he could take the Rams over. I believe also there's the Patriots, and then there's Las Vegas.
There's also Denver.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about them. Yeah, and I forgot about them.
I don't think if Russell Wilson doesn't have a good season, I think he's done.
You know why he don't have a good – I'm going to stop you for a second. You know why Denver's not having a good season? Because Russell Wilson's letting his wife twerk on video.
Again with the twerking, Morgan.
I'm just saying, buddy. I'm just saying. I'm sorry. I'll stop. Next game is Miami and
with the twerk.
The what? What'd you say about
the next game? Is a divisional game, Morgan. I'm surprised you didn't go with the other team.
New England? Hold.
They beat Buffalo. Isn't that a division game?
Okay, they beat Buffalo. So what? Mac Jones had one good game. What'd he do?
It's a division game, right?
They probably cheated to win that game. I'm going with Miami. Miami is all around better than the cheaters.
Didn't Miami lose last week?
To a good team. New England cheats. And Mac Jones sucks dick. So, go with Miami.
Sorry about that, ladies. We're going to buy a buzzer for Morgan.
I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry for nothing.
Whenever he slips his tongue, we'll beep him. We'll bleep him.
Look, I want y'all to know, this is who I am, okay? I got a filthy mouth. I know that. Dirty. I'm not reading from a prompter. I'm not doing that. This is a real life.
Miami too, but the only reason
because Miami's better.
I went with Miami was because they're at home.
Oh, not
now,
because
I believe the Bills were at home, right?
They was.
They lost to Patriots.
They was.
So, like you said, the Bills only have one weapon. But you were giving Cook a lot of props over it.
Hey, James Cook is going to be good. He's going to be really phenomenal. Is he going to be better than his brother? Probably. But he's going to be really good.
They're catching a lot of heat right now. So anyway, we both went with Miami. Why don't we both go with the Jets?
I don't like Deep Throat Danny, first of all. Second of all, I think the Jets defense
Didn't you say Zach was shitty too?
Timeout. Did you just cuss and you get on to me for cussing? You dropped the S-bomb.
I didn't say the D word.
Doesn't matter. You said SH hockey stick.
Hockey sticks are hell.
No one cares. Shut up.
Do you watch hockey?
I don't watch hockey.
The
only thing
sticks are shaped like an L.
You know, the only thing that's black on a hockey game is the puck. I don't watch hockey.
Oh my god.
I went with Jets. I went with Jets because I feel like Sauce Gardner and I feel like that defense of the Jets is going to give hell to them Giants.
What about the offense scoring? So you're not giving Zach any props, but you're picking the Jets because they have a better defense.
I don't want to say this, but I'm going to. I think Zach Wilson, the Giants defense is going to make Zach Wilson look like a superstar this week.
Really?
Yes. Especially when he's thinking about, you know what, no man. I'm going to leave that alone. Anyways, yes.
Now, mind you, the Jets are playing, they both play in the same stadium, but they're the Giants. Okay?
It's a home game for both, for sure. I'm still going with the Jets. I think the Jets are going to win, and I'm going to give you the score to that game. Ready for the score? 21-7.
Kind of a close game considering. And why wouldn't they just say New York versus, or New York Jets versus New York Giants instead of New York Jets at New York Giants?
That don't make. I don't know. I believe the Jets should get their own field. I believe the Jets should maybe leave New York and maybe go somewhere else. I know they've been in New York for so long, but I don't know. I still think they should get their own field, if anything.
Move on to the next game. The most important game of the week.
It's not the most important game, but okay, close enough. We both want Pitt. I had to think long and hard about this because I want to go with Jacksonville, but I think Pittsburgh's defense is better. I think Kenny Pickett is more better. I'm not gonna say more. He's a little bit better than Lawrence because of coaching. And Pittsburgh.
That's your reason. That's your reason.
And Pittsburgh offensively has better receivers.
That's true. What about specialty?
I think all around special teams also. I think Pitt has a better team. Running backs is up in the air because I like both of them. I like Harris and I like the Jaguars running back. But again, I think Harris.
Travis Etienne.
I think Niger. I think Harris. I think Harris is more stronger and more quicker.
Yeah. Well, they also have
Jalen Warren.
Samuels.
That's true.
Jalen Warren. Yeah.
And I believe Pittsburgh's offensive
Jesus
line.
changed the pace. That's the 1-2 punch, right?
That's true. That is true. And I believe the offensive line for Pittsburgh is way better than what it has been for the past couple of years.
You know, I'm kind of shocked you went against Washington.
Why are you shocked when against Washington? Well, only person I like in Washington is Young. That's it. Chase Young is the only one I like in Washington.
Well, you were saying Washington was one of those up-and-coming teams last season.
They was. Things happen.
But
things happen. Rivera needs to go ahead and get another job. First of all, that's one thing. Second of all, they need a new quarterback. I like Howell, but I don't think Howell's going to be that guy to get you to a playoff record to go to the playoffs. Right? He's going to win some games.
This could be an upset game, Morgan.
It could be. I know Washington beat him last year, and Washington gave him a little game this year, a little scare. I think Philadelphia
could be an upset game.
It could be, but I think
we both went with Philly, but this could be an upset game.
I'm gonna say 14-12 Philadelphia.
Now you do realize that Philly is going to Washington, right?
I do.
So it doesn't change your pick, huh?
Nope. What about you? Change your pick?
No, I stand firm with Philly because of what they did to Miami. I mean, granted, there were two, mind you, Alabama quarterbacks in this matchup.
No one cares about them. You know what, Holder? You're right. There was two of them. You're right. No one cares, though, but you're right.
I'm just saying. What else? What's the next game, man? Houston was at Carolina.
I have the Texans, and I have no idea why I picked Texans, but I picked Texans. I think this might be one of those times I don't like Stroud, but I think it's one of those times I was tipping up the flask, and I was like, you know what? I don't even care. Let's roll the dice. Let's go Houston. That's what I did.
You don't like Stroud?
No. I don't even like Bryce Young.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like Bryce Young.
Because he is a Alabama quarterback?
No, because my favorite quarterback is hurt. That came from that draft class, and that was Mr. Richardson to the Colts. I think he's better than both those bums.
Really?
Absolutely.
See, you like him because of his work ethic. Okay, I get it,
Okay,
but
and
he's got more talent where he is than they have in Carolina.
okay, and again, work ethic. That's all that matters. You want to be the best.
And
You
they have
practice.
more talent in Indy than they do over in Houston.
Doesn't matter. You want to be the
Come
best. You want to be the best. You got to do the best. That means staying after practice, staying before practice, going in before practice, going in on off days, going in Christmas, Thanksgiving, all that. Off season,
So
doesn't
you
matter.
went with Houston because you don't like Bryce Young.
I can't stand that guy. Looks like a little you know what? Never mind. I'm gonna shut up.
Why don't we both pick Seattle over Cleveland? I know why I did.
I know why I did. You ready for this? Because
You know, I think Metcalf is out.
again, I
I know he was out for the last.
I went with Seattle because I feel like of I Touch Women isn't playing. I feel like that Geno Smith is a lot better than their PJ Walker. I think is his name. I think he's way better than PJ Walker. I think both of them has the same.
Okay, but
I think both of them has the same pressure style. They bring pressure on defense. Both
So
of them.
yeah. But do
And
you think he can withstand that Cleveland defensive front?
absolutely, absolutely, I think it can. Absolutely. If not, I mean, they have some running backs that can, but I don't think Cleveland does.
Well, they got P. Ryan and that other fella.
The other feller,
The other fella.
but they don't have no Kenneth
And
Walker.
you're strong. Give me a score for that. Because Seattle has the 12th man.
Man, I'm going to go on here. I'm going to say 21-14.
21-14. Huh? Pretty close battle. I'm going to go with 21-9.
Ooh, you just burnt the Browns fans. They're about to throw trash at you now. Ooh.
21-9. I think the Browns will get a safety and a touchdown. That'll be about it.
They ain't get no safety. I'm going to tell you why they ain't get no safety. Because Geno Smith isn't no Darren Orlovsky.
Didn't I tell you, Geno Smith, it was 4th down, and it was 4th and 2, and Geno Smith scrambled back 12 yards backwards.
You did, but again, he's no Darren Orlovsky. Next game is Kansas City and Denver. I didn't want to pick a team, but I had to because I don't care about Taylor Swift and I don't care about Russell Wilson letting his wife twerk on camera. But I had to go with somebody here, and I went with KC.
Why wouldn't you give Denver the edge on that one? I picked KC too, but I got to thinking they're going to be playing at Mile High State.
I'm gonna tell you why.
There's going to be 10.
I'm gonna tell you why. Why you thought about that, right? Why you want to pick KC? The Broncos suck. KC's defense and offense is way better than the Broncos. And 3, Russell Wilson sucks balls. That's why you picked him. That's why I picked him. That's why you picked him.
We're not talking about Danny Dimes, okay? We're talking about Russell Wilson versus Patrick Mahomes.
If Russell Wilson can get a grasp and hold his wife and tell her, stop twerking on fucking camera. We're going to do this the right way.
You kill him.
You're too old for that
We're
shit.
talking about football players, not football players' wives.
Well, hold on now.
girlfriends,
Hold on,
okay?
I'm not done. If he does that, that means he can take his team and tell them, step it up, let's win some games, and stop playing like a bunch of pansies. Instead, he's back there with his thumb in his mouth, whining and crying like a little baby.
Well, this matchup, you got Sierra versus Taylor Swift.
I'm gonna go Taylor Swift on this one.
Oh, God, okay. Super Bowl bound Baltimore versus Arizona in the desert,
Oh, timeout. Did you say Super Bowl bound?
according to NFL analysts.
How they? You know what, Holder? I'm gonna have to watch my mouth on that one because I got a good friend of mine that's a Baltimore fan. But how the hell is Baltimore Super Bowl bound? Because they won some games like you're supposed to. Now all of a sudden you're Super Bowl bound.
Well, they did rip, and because they ripped the Lions,
It's the
that
Lions.
boosted them.
The Lions
That
play like the
boosted them.
Lions. That's like saying, hey, we're gonna go in there, we're gonna spank the shit out of the Browns. Are we Super Bowl bound now?
They boost them. So here's what's going to happen: if they play the Browns and lose, they'll drop down to a wild card.
I hope
A
Pittsburgh.
possible
I
wild.
hope Pittsburgh wipes Baltimore's ass next time they play. With
Yeah, me too. But they'll be in Baltimore. Now, you like Kansas City. Now, we're talking running back versus running back. So you got Pacheco and you got James Conner. Pacheco clearly is better back.
by the way,
You do agree?
we're talking about Baltimore, right?
Huh?
We're talking about
We're
Baltimore.
not talking about Kansas City.
We're talking.
Oh, we're not talking about Baltimore.
Baltimore.
You're right. You're right.
Baltimore's running
I
back
was
is Gus
looking at the
Edwards.
wrong line.
Gus Edwards is in Baltimore.
Well, Gus Edwards, he's more of a bully type running back. He's not a speedster. But I picked Baltimore. But now my boy, the quarterback at Arizona, he was a Steeler at one time. Kyle is still out, right? Kyler Murray.
As far as I know, yes.
Okay, so it'll be Josh Dobbs, and Josh has dealt with Baltimore in the past.
Yeah, but
I picked Baltimore. I didn't want to pick Baltimore. The only reason I picked Baltimore because I wanted to beat you in the picks this week.
But I picked Baltimore.
I don't know, but if I would have picked Arizona and they lost, we only have 2 games different.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That is true. I had to go with Baltimore because I really believe Baltimore is by far better than the Cardinals.
Yeah. But
the
Detroit.
The next game I had to go with
San Francisco.
I went with the Bengals because you know why? I love Jamar Chase. I love Jamar Chase. I don't think the 49ers can stop Jamar Chase.
I don't think the 49ers are going to lose 3 games in a row.
They might. You never know. They might. But you might be right though, because the Bengals defense is kind of iffy.
I don't think they're going to lose 3 games in a row.
No, they play and they're at home. And they're at home, so you might be right. I mean, they're at home.
Now that's number 2 of the different teams that we picked.
Absolutely.
This next game, I'm a little scary about this next game.
Why are you scared?
I don't know what is going on with Justin Herbert.
Oh, I know. Like he had some good, 2 good years, and this year he's kind of like falling off. I don't know what's going on with him. But yeah, we both put the Chargers. I want to stick with the Chargers. I do. But I have a feeling that they might lose.
I'm sticking with the Chargers because if this other kid is playing with Chicago, then I would change my pick. But I think Fields is going to be playing.
Now, let me ask you a question.
Stick with the Chargers on this.
Let me ask
Plus, they're at home.
Absolutely. Let me ask you a question. Do you think Justin Fields' day in Chicago is over with?
Next season?
No. Yeah. Do you think he's done? Do you think?
I think they'll start. They'll get rid of the coach. They'll get rid of Fields because he's what is this? His 3rd year?
Yeah, this will be his 3rd year. No, wait.
If they keep him,
will be his 3rd year. I think this will be his 3rd year.
I think it's the 3rd year.
I think it'll be his 3rd year.
That'll be his 3rd.
I can't remember. I know he's been in the league for a little bit, but I can't remember.
I think it's his 3rd year. This is third year because he wasn't a rookie last year. No.
I'm
This is
I'm
his third
looking.
year.
I'm looking because that no, yeah, this is his third year, so that should be his fourth.
Yeah, if they do keep him, I don't think they'll pick up his 5th-year option.
I kind of
I
hope.
think they'll go quarterback shopping.
Do you think he's fit to be a starter, or do you think he's going to be a second string holdout?
I don't know. He could be damaged goods like Mitch Trubisky.
I believe that I think he's going to be a bust. If he can't win some games this year or make it to the playoffs, I think he's going to be a bust.
I think he's damaged goods. Look at the quarterbacks that have gone through there.
That's true.
I mean, Cutler was pretty good.
And he went
to
there.
Denver.
Rex Grossman sucked ass.
He went to Chicago. Rex Grossman was horrible. So, I mean, that team is known for defense. We talked about it. That team is known for its defense.
Absolutely.
And they don't really have that right now.
No, you're right. They don't. They don't. Next game is a Monday night game, and it's Detroit and Las Vegas. We both picked the Lions. I believe the Lions should win this game, hands down. I don't see the Lions getting blown out again like they did against Baltimore. I believe this time they're going to come in prepared, ready for a fight.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this will be, even though Jimmy G didn't play the last game, I don't think it'll be that much of a difference.
Oh, definitely. No, I agree.
If he does play, and Detroit is going to want to make a statement this game.
Oh, absolutely.
They're going to put foot in ass this game.
Predict the score.
You want an honest to goodness score from me?
Yes.
Let's see. Raiders versus Detroit. Okay, I'm going to go with Detroit 35. Raiders 3.
It's close, but I was going to say 42-3.
Damn, where do you get your scores from? Right? Have you been calling Vegas and seeing what the odds are?
No. No, I believe the Lions, because they're king of the jungle, but I believe the Lions are hungry. They want to dethrone any team in the AFC right now to get that revenge of what Baltimore did. And I think they want to show, hey, it was a fluke. We ain't going to do that again.
I don't know. The Lions played like Simba last year.
They did.
But yeah, they're going to make an example of the Raiders.
Oh, absolutely. I don't see the Lions. I don't exactly. That's what I was gonna say. I don't see them losing at home. So, man, I'm pretty pumped. I mean, this is week 8. We're halfway through the season already, Holder. It's chewing time because after this week, we'll know for sure who's gonna be the playoffs, who's gonna be the better team to watch for in the Super Bowl. Like we already know. Halfway there.
Yeah, you're right. Right. Well, I don't know. The AFC North is pretty tight right now.
I mean, the way the Vikings are playing, they won 3 straight. I mean, I wouldn't say 3 straight because they lost against Kansas City, and they won 2 straight. I'm sorry, they won 2 straight. The way the Vikings are playing, they're 3-4 now, so that gives them a little bit of hope making the playoffs. I mean, let's see what happens. I'm excited.
Oh yeah, seeing as how you pick the Vikings to win.
I know if they lose against
Vikings fan.
Holder, mark my word, if they lose against the Packers, I'm gonna call the owner of the Vikings. I'm gonna tell him to let me run the team for a week and see what happens.
I'm sorry, Vikings fans, that you had to hear that from Morgan.
I think I'll be a good GM.
You guys can keep him as a fan, because I don't think he's really wanted anywhere else because of his language And disrespect.
I don't disrespect. I say what's the truth. I say what's on my mind. It's the truth.
You're disrespecting other fans.
Fuck them crybaby fans. Shit. I say what I want. This is a free America. This is America. This is land of the free. I say what I want, how I want, when I want.
You're right. This is America. Have you been looking at the crime rate? You could. You keep disrespecting fans.
Those fans need to know.
Those fans are at the job too.
But most of those fans are fans of sports, not just the team. You know, they might like football, but they probably don't know shit about football. Oh, well, my best friend's a Colts fan, so I should be a Colts fan. My great grandfather was a Cowboys fan. I should like the Cowboys. Well, Tom Brady got 7 rings, so I should like what team he goes on. Fuck that. No, stick with one fucking team.
Maury,
what?
Are you going to be able to sleep tonight? I mean, knowing all the bad things you said about other teams.
I'm going to sleep like a little baby with my thumb in my mouth, a blanket on my legs, and I'm going to snore the night away.
I don't know. You might be seeing shadows on the wall with your binky in you.
Shoot.
Don't sleep with your daughter's binky, okay?
My kids don't have a binky. They're old enough not to have a binky.
I bet there's one in the house.
Not this time.
I bet there's one in the house.
There might be. I don't know.
It's on your side of the bed in the nightstand drawer.
You told everybody my business. I also got a nightlight. A nightlight that says puke on other teams.
Matter of fact, you have a binky nipple on your flask.
I do. It comes out fast like that.
Dude.
Listeners,
we're over.
Listeners,
not as bad as last week.
That's true. Or the week before. Listeners, subscribers, tell us we you know what, we haven't got to interact with you guys yet. I do apologize for that part. Sorry that we didn't ask for your input for the show yet. That's my bad. I do apologize for that. But give us your.
You can have them. You can have us send us some views on at least one game.
Give us your thoughts on the games for the week. Give us your thoughts of your favorite team and how they're going to turn out this year. Give us your thoughts of how Holder dismembered any team that he talked about tonight. Give us your thoughts on that.
Oh, God.
Also, of any Sierra fans or Taylor Swift fans, I don't apologize to you, but give Holder a shout out of why he said what he said about those two, or why he shouldn't say it. Okay. That being said,
I didn't say anything. I just said Swift versus Sierra.
No. You said one sucks, another one twerks.
No.
That's what I heard.
That would be you, sir.
No, if I said it, I say it. But I mean, one does twerk and the other one does suck ass. That being said, don't let fourth down get you.
All right, he's passing the show over to me, which means I have my own say-so and everything. So I'm not going to mash him. I'm not going to do it because Thanksgiving is coming up soon, and he'll get his mashed potatoes later. I'm going to say, you guys, thanks for tuning in. Make sure you chime in with whatever you have to say. Address that to Morgan. He'll bring it up on the show. He may be nasty to you, or he may agree with you. I don't know. But I just like to say to you guys, a special shout out to all of the football players out there. Stay healthy so we can enjoy these games. And for the listeners and subscribers, I'm going to say, stay penalty free. We're out of here.